Hello, this is Sarah, the Stitchin Mommy, and it's Monday, June 24th, 2024. And here for my weekly cross-stitching update, and I brought Smokey up here. We were able to get her up here with her toy, so my daughter thought it would be fun to play with her on camera for a second. Which, of course, she loves this. She had a little fish on the end of it, and then it fell off, but she likes the string even more. You're so silly. She's purring. All right, enough of the cat. But hopefully she'll stay in here and be cute for you in the background. So, let's start with travel stitching, I guess. No new acquisitions this week. But I did work on temperature turtles yesterday. So got this cut up. Are you playing with your toy? Let's see, lower it a little bit more. You might hear my kids in the background too. You can't even see her, but she's being cute. Anyways. Now she's playing with her string and eating the end of the pole. Anyways, it's time for cross stitch. Okay, here is temperature turtles. This is on 28 count Caribbean blue Jobelin 1/1 full cross. And it's finally summer. I can officially say this turtle is quite summery. It got up to 99 Saturday, probably also yesterday. This week will be in the 90s all week probably, so it is officially summer, finally. We had a very mild start to the year, which was really nice. Still don't know how hot it'll get, obviously this summer, if it'll be into the triple digits significantly to use my hotter colors, but I will be happy if it never gets there. But it would be fun to use those colors, so that was fun. I got that used, caught up, mostly in the car. We had morning service and evening service yesterday, so I stitched both times. Still need to do a little bit more at home and got it all done because the patches now are bigger, so can't necessarily all get it done in the car. I didn't do anything on Castle Homecoming this week, but I did actually get a decent amount done on my Cats and Hearts. I'm working on June. This is by Kitty and Me Designs, and I didn't know exactly if I'd have time, but I ended up, we had some family visiting, and my sister-in-law is actually the one that started Fantasy Triptych by Teresa Wensler that I've now adopted and I'm working on occasionally, not very often. So she was actually interested in what I'm doing. She's more into embroidery now, but loves to find out about needlecraft. So she was like, "Oh, what are you working on?" So when we were chatting as a group, I was able to stitch on this and just listen, because a lot of it was discussions amongst the guys and I could just listen. So here is where I got to on this one. This is 25 count even weave 1/1 full cross, and I think I don't know if I finished my length of, I think it was just the reds, the corals. I'm almost done with the corals. There's a tiny bit more. Maybe I'm just starting the last color, I think. So like all this stuff still needs its last color. But I worked on this like during a couple different things throughout the week, plus a good amount during our visit. So that was nice. So hopefully get some more time on that this week. You're so silly. Yeah. Are you enjoying your string? Very silly kitty. So yeah, I know. Those are the only, what do you call it? Bonus stitches that I got. Are you being talkative? Yeah? So let's start on the main stuff. So Monday, I had a new start, which was very exciting. Where is it? This is for Meg's birthday, one of my Stitchy friends. And we've been planning this for a long time. It finally happened. So we started it on her birthday on Monday, and I know you want to be the center of attention and you're not. I was thinking I would probably start up here. I'd count up and start up here because the center I thought would be right around here. The center was actually right above her knee. And when I got the fabric out, it's a printed fabric by Fabric Flair, 32 count, supposedly. I was surprised. I was looking at it, I'm like, this looks really tiny. And I counted it and it's more like a 36, 37. I did not know printed fabric shrunk. So either they mislabeled this or printed fabric shrinks, just like hand dyed. So I was kind of surprised by that. But because it's so small and tight and dark, I didn't want to count that far over 2 and have it be like, I mean, it wouldn't matter if it was off by a little bit because I wouldn't have started any stitching yet. I just count up to the top, but it seemed like a lot of counting to have to do to get started. And I'm like, you know what? And I couldn't just measure and count because I wasn't exactly sure what the count was. It was, you know, a little bit different. So I figured, you know what? I'll just start at the middle like I usually do. It was literally 2 stitches above where her leg was. So I went up 1 length of thread up her dress, then up her arm, up her face, and I finished her face. I actually needed to work on this a little bit on a 3rd day to get the face finished, but I did. And I'm so excited. So this is Fabric Flair in Smoky Blue Dyed Effect. Originally, supposedly 32 count, but it acts more like a 36, 38, something like that. So because of that, I'll probably need to sub out the beads, but there's only 2 beads called for, so it shouldn't be too hard to do that. And she looks so pretty. Something else that I was new to me, having stitched a number of memorabilia faces. Her lips and eye details are done with some of the silks that are called for in the whole design, which I've never done a memorabilia with this many silks. So, oh, I have the beads in here already, so I'll have to, one of them are size 8s, so we'll have to see where they are and whether or not I can make them work. But anyways, a lot of the flowers and leaves and this stone thing and I think her dress is DMC, her skin and hair are probably DMC, you know, but all the color, like the blues and pinks, gray and some browns, like the trunk, all of it is silks. So they used the pinks, 2 different pinks, and her lips are both, the color and the outline are both silk. The eyeball and the outlining are both silks. I think the outline of her face is a DMC. But yeah, so that was new, but kind of fun. So I got several of those broken into, which was nice. Now Smokey's gonna be pining away in the background. She's on the ground now, so you can't even see her. That's not fun. I guess you've had enough, Smokey, so that's good. All right, so that was Monday and Tuesday and a little bit on Wednesday to try to finish up her face. And then on Wednesday, I launched into my next project, which I also worked on Saturday. And this was Lollipop for my daughter. This is by Tilton Crafts, artwork by Denise Garbus. And this is very pretty. I thought I might get to the moon, but there's a lot of color changes right through here for all these clouds that are right next to the moon. So I did a lot of those clouds, which kind of came down. Didn't actually get to the moon, but it's very close. And you can see the coming like shape of where this wing is gonna be, which is pretty cool. So lots of fun, because I can stay here. I worked on this 491 half stitches on Wednesday and 610 on Saturday, for a total of 1,100 and 1 stitches here in June. So that was exciting. This is 40 count Vertical 1/1 half stitches. And I think it's so pretty. It's a lot of fun to work on and getting some new colors in those light blues. So yeah, really enjoying this. Sorry, Smokey, you just have to wait now. So I think she hears my kids in the other room and maybe wants to go play with them. I'm not interesting enough. I might go let her out. All right, so Thursday was the first day of summer here in the Northern Hemisphere because it's the summer solstice. So I decided to make that my excuse to start Ranunculus by Cooler Design Studios. And I had a lot of fun. This is why Lollipop was stitched on Wednesday and Saturday, because I wanted to squeeze in a 2-day rotation starting the first day of summer. So I got a lot done on this, which was great. 838 stitches on the first day on Thursday, and then 453 on Friday. Not quite as good. That was the day on Friday that we were visiting with family. So that's when I got a lot done on Cats and Hearts. Not as much time at home to work on this, but still got a little bit. And total 1,291 half stitches. Because this is on Congress cloth, you can kind of see through it. But there we go. This is my start. And it was super fun. It's not very big. So the halfway point is like right here. So I already passed the halfway point. This is 24 count Congress cloth in soft mocha, 2/1 half stitch. And it's so fun. You can already see the start of this flower for sure. There's some like a bud here, and this is the background behind another flower. So super pretty, lots of colors, oranges, reds, pinks, greens. What's not to like? So that's fun. I would love to make this kind of somewhat of a focus over the next couple years. So we'll see how I can squeeze that in, because that would be nice. But yeah, that was really fun to work on. Total, I think I did say, it's now at 4.69%. So not quite to 5, but for one rotation, not bad, because it's so small. It's gonna get to those percentages pretty quickly. Lollipop, I forgot to say, is now at, no, Lollipop is 4.69%. Ranunculus is 4.57%. So very close in percentages, but one of them I've been working on a lot longer. It's a lot bigger though. So, then my last project for the week was Cel Summer. I'm working on her, this quadrant down here. She is a lot darker in her colors than you would kind of think of for summer, but as I was looking at it this week, or yesterday really, it kind of reminded me of like a forest, forest colors. So that's pretty summery. You go hiking and whatnot during the summer usually, so at least we do. So here is where I got to. Not a ton, 331 stitches yesterday, and worked more on that dark green, 500 I think. It's not quite done. I have the S here and the R over here. Where am I? Over here in that color, and then I think that color will be done for the summer section. Then I can count now, I think, there's some greenery in her basket that's this color green over here that I've already started. So I thought, I didn't want to count to it before. I was afraid I'd miscount, but now that I have more in, I could probably count to that. So next time I have one more Sunday here in June, I'd like to finish this color, finish that green, and then we'll see if I have any more time to pick another color, but we'll see. She's starting to take more shape, which is good. This is a collage I put together myself from the original Celtic Ladies from Lavender and Lace. There's the winter one. I have all of the patterns, and I can send you, I've already sent it to a lot of people. I can send you the outline of where everything's placed. And then basically what I did is I just used a backstitching stitch to go around each shape. Like here's the lady, here's the blocks for the letters, and things like that, so that you can If you have the patterns yourself, then you can know where to place everything if you want to do the collage yourself. So just send me an email, stitchinmommy7@gmail if you want that, and I can pass it along to you. And let's see, who was it? Sarah, My Stitching Kingdom, I think is her name. She's finished it, my collage version, so that's super fun. Way before I did. But that was fun to see her get that all finished up. Okay, so this is gonna be a quick video, but that's okay. I don't have a lot of time this week, so quick videos are good. I'm not sure, I have plans. Oh yeah, I did do something else. I just hadn't written it down. I'm seeing it here, staring at me. Here's the Soda Stitch pattern I'm working on with my friend Desiree. When we chatted this week. Flower teapot. So she started in the middle, so she's working on this teapot. I started at the top, so I'm working on this teapot, but we like to pull it out when we chat. So I was working up here in these roses predominantly. Got a couple more colors done on them. And here is where this one's at. This is 32 count Tiki Oasis by Oak Crown Studios. It's linen, 1/2 full cross. So I did the next two darkest colors on those roses. I think the only thing I've left in the roses is a little bit of white accent. There we go. The lighting, it's a little slightly earlier than I usually film, so. And then I did a little bit of the gray outlining there for the white band in the teapot. So next time I can do the white here, the white in the roses. I might have to do some on this side too. I can't backstitch the roses yet because I've got stuff around the roses that I need to finish. So I'll probably do a lot of pot stitching for the next little while before I can do some more backstitch. But I do love seeing the backstitch on the top. It's so pretty. So there was that. And yeah, now we can jump into plans. This coming week is going to be busy, so I don't know how much I'll get done on any of these, but I've got plans, so we'll see. Hopefully I can get at least a little bit done on all of them. So I have my last two WIPGO calls for June. WIPGO should be, the July calls I think should be tomorrow. They're usually on the 25th. So Jessie Marie Does Stuff is in charge of WIPGO. She calls numbers every month. And I have two WIPGO boards. So I have a full coverage WIPGO board and a non-full coverage WIPGO board. So this is my last one on each of those. This is Edwardian Lady by Joan Elliott. And I love her. She's so pretty. First Joan Elliott. First official Joan Elliott. I have the other Mayday Merriment. I think might have been my actual first. It's from a magazine. I don't remember which one was first. But this is my first like full-size Joan Elliott. And I love her so much. But she's always kind of gotten not a lot of attention whenever her rotation comes up, and this week will be no exception. But hopefully I can get a good amount done on her. Maybe at least finish her head. I think her hat's mostly done. Let's take a look, shall we? This is Fabric Flare, and this actually looks like a 32 count. So I'm wondering if my Fabric Flare for Peony was just mislabeled. I don't know, because this looks like a 32. It looks very easy to see. The other one, the threads were super tight. So anyways, here's my starting point. This is Fabric Flare Fairy Mist, I believe. 32 count even weave. And there's my starting point. I think I have all the stitches finished in her hat, so now I can work on her hair and her face, which will be super fun. I even have, there's a bead or, yeah, a couple beads in the flowers right there, which is cool. So yeah, that's my starting point on her. And we'll see. I hope to work on her 2 days. All of these I think will get 2 days, except for Celtic Summer. We'll get 1 day again on Sunday. So then I have my last full coverage WIPGO draw for June, which is Princess of the Sea. This is a pretty one. It's after this. I have all my papers in my everything in Pattern Keeper is in this folder. So this is by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's Mini Princess of the Sea by Donna Gelsinger. And I blew this up because it's hard to see that other picture. Mine is a little richer than this because this is toner save mode, but she's so pretty. And I have, this was one I think was pre-Pattern Keeper, and then once I got Pattern Keeper, I decided to go up to the top and kind of do my typewriter method. So I think I may have gotten all the way across the top. This is 28 count Dove Gray Monaco, 2/1 half cross. You've got her face mostly done there, which is so cute. And then I went up and figured I should probably finish this guy and work down before I do 2 more of her. So I'll probably, I think there's still some more to pick up. I think this is the end, but I'll have to pick up more colors over here to finish out the 10 by 10 square before I come back over here and do the next 10 by 10 square of choosing symbols. And since it's a sky, you pick one symbol and it goes a lot of places because there's like flows of color in the sky. But it's not a boring sky. It's a very pretty sky. Lots of clouds and streaks and things. So should be fun to work on if I get time. Hopefully I can have some time to work on that. And then I have a focus piece that I would like to finish this year. We'll see. There's a lot left. Have about half of this left. This is Those Who Sang by Drawn Thread. And I've done to about here. I think I finished page 1 and I have to finish page 2 now. It's so pretty, but it's taking longer than I expected. But that's okay. I'll give it at least a couple days here this week and see. I might pull out different focus pieces that are on my try to finish this year list in July, just because there's a lot of things on there that are kind of summary. So yeah, this is another fabric flare that's 32 count that feels like a 32. So I don't know what's up with that other one. This is 32 count fabric flare even weave in Mushroom Slushy, 2/2 full cross with a fancy floss conversion. Some of the colors are called for, some of them are just close to what's called for, just I had in my stash. And this is the top half of the design. Those who wish to sing always find a song, with all the little birds in the trees. So I have a lot of I have three more birds in the tree. There's like 4 more branches, lots of leaves. And then the bottom has obviously the big house, the bench, and 2 crows down at the bottom. So there's still a lot to go. So we'll see how much I can do on this one this week to chip away at that a little bit more. So I also have Tor France is starting this weekend on Saturday. So I will be starting this. I just got word, Kim Hollenbeck from the Full Coverage Fanatics group, she's also here on Flosstube. She just posted a new one of these. I need to double check and see where the changes were, but I guess they adjusted their route slightly since she posted this back in December. So I'll double check to make sure I'm following, even though I'm not participating officially. But Tor France is hosted by the Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group. I will be using it on a full coverage piece, but I'm not posting pictures officially. I'm just going to do my own thing. And I'm doing a half cross project, and I will only be counting them as full crosses, even though it's against the group's rules. But since I'm not participating in the group, it doesn't really matter. So, and I know Laura, I Stitch Birds here on Flosstube, she's going to do it too with one of her pieces. And she's not in the group either. So we're going to just do it for fun. So each leg of the race, whatever the bikers are, how many kilometers they're riding that day will be how much we stitch. So it's, this will be in addition to my regular pieces. I'll start this. You'll see a couple days of this before I come back. This is Visit Endor, my oldest son's piece. I thought this would be a fun one to work on for that because it's block stitching. So I should be able to get those numbers, roughly one to low 200s every day. I can get almost that in one length of thread on this. So this is 2/1 half stitch on 28 count Dove Gray Monaco, just like the Princess of the Sea. So yeah, hopefully this will start on the 29th and it goes through July 21st. So there's a little bit all through there that I'll be doing this. So hopefully at the end, I think I will have over 3,000 stitches added to that, which will be great if I can keep up. So we'll see how that goes. And that will be a wrap for June. I think the next time I come to you will be in July. So that'll be great. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your June, whatever you're working on. And try not to be too hot if you're up here in the start of summer, and have a wonderful week. Happy stitching. Bye.